Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we turn financial reports into something you can actually understand. Today we're diving into Brookfield Business Partners' latest annual report, and let me tell you, this one's a bit of a roller coaster. It's like a financial escape room. Lots of twists, turns, and of course numbers. Ready to decode? Let's jump in. First, a quick note. Brookfield uses some specific terms in this report to refer to their many different business services, infrastructure services, and industrial operations. This can be confusing, so make sure to keep the context in mind. Scroll December 31, 2024 New Noon kept it. This report covers the year ending December 31, 2024. So all the numbers we'll be looking at are as of that date. And just so we're clear, all dollar amounts are in US dollars unless I say otherwise. Brookfield Business Partners is structured as a limited partnership. That means instead of shares, they issue units. These units trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol BBU. Scroll 74,201 7067 NERMIC 2024, there were about 74.3 million limited partnership units outstanding. Keep this number in mind because it's important for calculating things like earnings per unit, a profitability indicator. Brookfield follows International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS. That is a globally accepted way of preparing financial statements, but it's different than US accounting standards. This is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, with a few other adjustments. Brookfield likes to use this to show how well their businesses are really performing. It is essentially their own tailored profitability metric. Assets under management refers to the total value of assets managed by Brookfield, including both their own assets and those they manage for third-party investors. It's a key indicator of their scale and influence. Okay, now let's get into the report itself. As with any investment, there are risks involved. Brookfield outlines a whole bunch of them, and it's worth paying attention to those. But I will summarize the most significant ones. They include economic risks and slowdowns that would affect their operations, the ability to complete and integrate acquisitions, changes to laws, reliance on third parties, and of course the continuing influence of Brookfield itself. Now let's dive into the financial heart of this report. For the year, Brookfield's net income came in at $95 million. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. The net income attributable to limited partners, that is to you, actually shows a loss of $37 million. So while the overall picture looks positive, the actual return for unit holders was negative. That is very unusual. That number, which represents a key internal performance indicator, is $2.5265 billion. One last scroll to the top and let's talk about how to interpret that mess of numbers. Brookfield's operations are highly cyclical and subject to the economy as a whole. Inflation, changes in interest rates, and financial market volatility can make or break their year. Okay, now that we got through the easy stuff, let's move on to a quick tour of the rest of the report. Brookfield Business Partners was created in 2016 and spun off from Brookfield Corporation. It's their main way of owning and running business services and industrial operations around the world. Brookfield still has a lot of influence over it. This section gives you a good overview of what Brookfield Business Partners actually does. They are in business services, infrastructure services, and industrials. If you're interested in corporate structures, this section is all about it. This is the section with the real meat. You can read more about recent acquisitions and sales and a more detailed analysis of the numbers. I want to talk about Brookfield since it's a major part of what they do. Brookfield Business Partners relies heavily on Brookfield for a lot of things, including finding deals, managing the business, and providing services. This dependency is a risk because if Brookfield stumbles, so does the partnership. The tax discussion is dense, but know this, changes in tax laws in the US, Canada, or Bermuda could really mess with their business and how much they can pay out to any holders. Now, after looking at this report, I have some opinions and analysis to share. Brookfield Business Partners presents a mixed picture. While overall profitability remains strong, the loss attributable to limited partners raises concerns. I think that the strength of this company lies in its diversification. By having involvement in different parts of the market and geography, their reliance on one is reduced. This is a classic Warren Buffett approach and helps them get by in any market conditions. However, its entanglement with Brookfield is a double-edged sword, providing deal flow and stability, but also creating potential conflicts. So before you invest, be sure to do your own research, and to be sure to consider your unique situation. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay tuned for more corporate decoder videos.